The Sweet Disaster of 1919, Unraveling the Molasses Flood. Introduction. The Molasses Flood of 1919 stands as one of the most unusual and tragic events in American history. On January 15th, a massive tank containing molasses burst open in the North End neighborhood of Boston, unleashing a tidal wave of sticky syrup that wreaked havoc. This disaster left a lasting impact on the community and prompted important discussions about industrial safety and corporate responsibility. 1. The molasses tank. The disaster was triggered by a 50-foot-tall tank owned by the Purity Distilling Company. Holding over 2 million gallons of molasses, the tank was situated in a densely populated area, posing a significant risk to the community. Residents had voiced concerns about the tank's structural integrity, but their warnings went unheeded. 2. The catastrophic explosion. On that fateful day, the tank exploded with tremendous force, sending a wave of molasses moving at an estimated 35 miles per hour through the streets of Boston. Buildings were demolished, and the sheer volume of molasses created a deadly and unstoppable force. Witnesses described the scene as chaotic and horrifying. "I heard a rumble like a machine gun, like an explosion. The tank just blew. Molasses waist-deep covered the street. I could see people and parts of buildings and the wreckage all around." Boston Globe, January 16th. March 1919, devastation and loss of life. The molasses flood claimed the lives of 21 people and injured more than 150 others. The syrupy deluge swept away buildings, overturned vehicles, and trapped individuals in its sticky grip. The rescue efforts were challenging, as first responders struggled to navigate the treacherous terrain created by the molasses. The air was filled with the screams of the injured, the groans of the dying, and the screams of the horses that lay in the wreckage. It was terrifying. Boston Post, January 16, 1919. 4. Legal fallout and corporate accountability. In the aftermath of the disaster, investigations revealed that the tank's construction had been substandard. With insufficient testing and oversight, the Purity Distilling Company faced legal consequences, and the incident highlighted the need for stronger industrial regulations. The structure was inadequate from the day it was put up. Expert witness during the trial. 5. Lingering impact. The molasses flood left a lasting mark on the North End community. The cleanup efforts took weeks, as molasses coated streets, buildings, and personal belongings. The psychological impact on survivors and witnesses lingered, shaping local attitudes towards industrial development and safety measures. The sticky deluge, unveiling the molasses flood. The quiet concerns, neighborhood apprehensions ignored. The terrifying moment, catastrophe strikes Boston. I heard a rumble like a machine gun, like an explosion. The tank just blew. Molasses waist-deep covered the street. I could see people and parts of buildings and the wreckage all around. Boston Globe, January 16, 1919. Chaos unleashed, devastation, and loss of life. The air was filled with the screams of the injured, the groans of the dying, and the screams of the horses that lay in the wreckage. It was terrifying. Boston Post, January 16, 1919. Legal reckoning. Purity Distilling Company in the dock. The structure was inadequate from the day it was put up. Expert witness during the trial. The sticky aftermath, lingering impact on the community. Lessons learned, shaping industrial regulations. A city's resilience, cleanup, and rebuilding efforts. Conclusion. Navigating the molasses flood's legacy. Conclusion. The molasses flood of 1919, though a peculiar and tragic event, played a significant role in shaping conversations around industrial safety and corporate accountability. The disaster prompted changes in regulations and highlighted the importance of heeding community concerns, leaving an indelible mark on the history of both Boston and industrial practices in the United